so I'm Maggie Downey from Personal Euphoria Pilates, and I wanted to go over, both for clients but also if other instructors have this question, exactly what plyometrics are, because there's actually some confusion. We use the word plyometrics very broadly. A lot of people now think that if you're doing any jump drills, so if I'm standing here and I'm doing high knees, I'm doing plyometrics, or if I'm jumping like this, I'm doing plyometrics, a jump squat and then come up as plyometrics. And we now call all of that plyometrics, and people generally refer to any jump drill as plyometrics, but it's not technically what plyometrics was originally created to be, or how it was created to help people. And so now, people who worked with the man who originally created plyometrics are trying to differentiate. They realize that plyometrics is, we're calling anything jumping plyometrics, we're calling push-ups plyometrics, but they're trying to show what they're calling true or explosive plyometrics are, and what the original definition of a plyometrics drill would have been. And the reason it's important to differentiate is because all these jump drills are good and they're important and they're going to get us stronger, and I think they've kind of evolved out of this trend for all of us to be in boot camp, and they do strengthen muscles and they're good for you. But plyometrics were actually originally designed for athletes who really needed and wanted explosive speed. But the benefit to knowing the difference is if you're a runner and you want to increase your speed, or you're a hiker and you want to increase, your climb, doing proper plyometrics will actually increase your explosivity, if that's a word, right? If you want to be faster and stronger, true explosive plyometrics is what's going to get you there, and what a lot of when they do research on plyometrics, is what they should be doing research on. So a couple things to understand is, the reason that these plyometric drills aren't technically plyometrics, although they'll make you stronger, they're good, they're great cardiovascular exercises, but why myself just jumping here is not a plyometrics drill, is because there's not enough speed. The concept of plyometrics is that we have a stretch period in the muscle and then a very quick turnaround to a strength period. So if you think of that, when you jump, you always have to recoil first. If I'm just standing right here, I'm not going to go up unless I come down first. So I have to come down and then I come up. Well, if I do this at this pace, nice and slow, I'm getting a potentially good workout, I'm working my muscles, as long as my joints are safe, I'm okay. But the real concept of plyometrics is that once I go down and I hit that ground, the faster I come up and the faster I can catch my recoil and bounce back, the more strength, the more I'm going to explode and get stronger, faster muscles for quick movement. Like running, sprinting. So if you run races and you want to be able to sprint the end, plyometrics will be important. The reason that speed is important is because we often talk about, if we're going to do jumping drills and we come up high, we want to rebound and catch. And that's great for building up to plyometrics. That's great for creating strength and joint stability and balance. It's an important workout thing. But the problem with that catch is the second we've caught and we hold, we've lost all the energy our body created by the shock of landing. So when we land, we create all this energy in our muscles get long and there's quick energy, and if we jump back up really quickly, we get the energy from that catch transferred into the jump up. So the energy in the eccentric muscle contraction gets transferred to the concentric push-off. But if we hold and keep that second too long, the energy gets turned into heat and basically goes away. So we lose potential to get big muscle capacity and big bounce and lift. So when you're doing plyometric drills, you want to realize that the original plyometric drill was called a depth shock, and they called a depth jump. And they called it shock exercises, basically, because you hit the ground, your body is immediately impacted. That shock impacts the body, it contracts naturally, you don't have to do it. It's an involuntary contraction of the muscles. And the quicker you jump up after that contraction, which ideally is 1/20th of a second after you've hit the ground, which is almost impossible to see, the quicker you get up, the more you're going to work your muscles. So the original concept, if you see people do plyometrics where they jump down and they jump up, not a true plyometrics drill. The actual plyometrics is you step off, you create that shock and immediately hop up as soon as you can. So the second you hit the ground, you want to catch the recoil as fast as you can and go back up. So I may not be the best person to find this. I'll try to find some good videos of it online for you. But you drop off and up as fast as you can. And again, your average basic Joe who's taking boot camp doesn't necessarily need this. You're not trying to build to be a sprinter. But if you're a avid runner or a hiker, like I said, even in sports, if you want to get faster and better, it is that kind of drill. It's about the speed that's going to get you there. So you can transfer this to trunk movement and core work with a medicine ball and doing things with speed and short recoil and back, okay, and a quick rebound. So short recoil, quick rebound is really what plyometrics is all about. You can do it with push-ups, pushing off quick, recoiling, push off quick, recoil, push off quick. And again, think of that. Sprinters, this concept of the speed would be that there's they hit the ground and in a 1/10 of a second their foot's off the ground again. So these depth jumps, you hit the ground and in a 20th of a second you are back up in the air. So it's hard to do it repetitively. It's not necessarily that you're going to go up and down and jump over things. You're going to get back up, drop down, jump. Then once you come back around, you get back up, drop and jump. Okay? So just something to think about if you're working with clients and you want to do plyometrics. Know the difference between what you are doing with them in high knees or jumps and repetitive jumps at different speeds, or if you're doing a true plyometrics exercise, because they'll achieve different results. And they have tested to say that plyometrics really does increase your strength, especially when combined with like weightlifting, more so than weightlifting combined with stretching. So you'll get more out of a plyometrics exercise, but might be fun to throw in some true plyometrics once you know your clients are ready, which may start with jump and catch and holding. You want to make sure everybody's ready and that their joints are good, because plyometric drills are really tough on the joints, which is why they were created for athletes, not your normal person originally. Now that we're doing them, I just think it's good to know what plyometrics has become and what plyometrics was meant to be and how it can help you or your client. So have fun playing and hope to see you back soon.